It does look like the coolest ballpark ever because it looks like another AI rendering. Let's bring it up on screen for the Nothing Personal with David Samson YouTube watchers. And if you can, hit subscribe and enjoy. Look at that. It's the Sydney Opera House. I want to talk to you about renderings. Can you get to the next picture, Coca? There's a great one coming up. Look at that. One of the great outfield wall screens in a fixed roof in Vegas, not retractable, fixed, because John Fisher correctly said you never open the roof. You would open the roof in Vegas. There's beautiful weather in April, beautiful weather. So don't give me that cockamamie crap. Of course you'd open the roof. There's the Sydney Opera House right there, picture 3. I mean, literally, it looks exactly like it. All right, let me talk about this. I need to talk about renderings because they waited, they mucked it up, Coca. Did you know that they sent the renderings to the media and said, please embargo it until today? Today, March 6th, they were going to release the renderings with a whole big unveil. But then one of the companies who had done the renderings released it on social media and it went viral because it's so funny. And then Oakland was caught on their heels and had to have statements and announcements and all the other stuff they did. John Fisher had to talk about it. John, help me help you, please. When you release renderings, you have to explain and let the fans understand what they're looking at. You have to guide them. Are you telling me that someone looked at those renderings and didn't see the Sydney Opera House, so you weren't ready to answer that? Are you telling me that you didn't have a better answer for not having a retractable roof other than saying in Vegas the roof wouldn't be open anyway? Are you telling me that the trees are going to be that tall? And that's my favorite one. We make trees very tall in renderings to make the ballpark not look as big. And the trees, of course, are not that high in real life. Go look at the renderings. Then are you telling me that you're going to have an 18,000 square foot sphere-like scoreboard? Are you telling me you're not going to have a batter's eye? Did you notice that in the renderings? There's no batter's eye. Are you telling me that that's going to be the view of the strip? That's not what the strip looks like. What about an explanation of ingress and egress and showing what's going to have to be all of the great infrastructure that Vegas is giving you of pedestrian? There's all these ways that people will get to places in Vegas. Have you ever been to Vegas? They have bridges everywhere. There's a clear view of everything in these renderings. Why? Give me the reason. And show me the measurement. Show me the acreage. Oh, there's 3 acres that Bally's has given us of great, outstanding park space on your 9 acres. And by the way, part of the entire development is that the Tropicana is going to be replaced. Where's that in the renderings? Not ready to release that. What's the reason you do renderings? You're trying to get money. You're trying to get public money. You're trying to get private money. You're trying to build excitement for something that doesn't yet exist. But I thought the state money was done in Nevada. Not quite. I thought that everyone was all excited for the A's to go to Las Vegas. Not exactly for sure. I thought they were already ready with announcing Sacramento for the next 3 years with the new TV deal negotiated with their network in Oakland. No, not quite ready. What would be the renderings? Oh, to generate positive news about a project which has been nothing but negative. They tried renderings a few months ago, and they acknowledged they were based on nothing. The thing is, with these renderings, they're not based on much more than that. I want to see pricing. I want to see agreements. Don't tell me this is done in conjunction with our construction design firm. This is so exciting, done from these great architects who just looked at a picture of either Disneyland or Sydney and said, this looks like a fixed roof we can do. By the way, it's $1.5 billion. Do you know the size of Marlins Park budget to build a 505, or it ended up being about $502 million ballpark with the retractable roof back when we started building in 2009? Do you want to know how big the budget was and how detailed? Let me see if I have it here. Interesting. Florida Marlins stadium agreements. The agreements are this thick. And that's not even the renderings. That's not the construction documents, the design documents, which are this thick. You have to consult with your roof specialist, with the subcontractors who are doing the roof. You have to look at cost of materials. You have to look at whether or not that type of screen, it's like they're making a sphere inside the ballpark. Where is the union? Did they approve this with no batter's eye and the unbelievable distraction that would be a scoreboard like that for pitchers, hitters, and fielders? Now, I will give you one positive for these renderings. It's pretty Vegas-y. I like it in terms of the insanity and the beauty that is the Strip of Las Vegas. But it's just not real. This is a major league ballpark where there are a lot of different constituencies. You don't just get to build whatever you want. We had the union tour our ballpark, look at our renderings, look at our documents, the commissioner's office, the public entity who is helping fund it. It's not just drawing up pictures on a computer and saying, look, these are the great renderings. So all the reasons for releasing them yesterday, none of them really apply to the Oakland relocation. There was no big thing except they felt this great public pressure because all people were saying, where are the renderings? You're not serious till you have renderings. But the risk is when you release renderings like that, like what they did, people again are saying, holy crikeys, this is like Fantasy Island. Speaking of which, to plane. Don't forget about the Las Vegas International Airport. That'll be fun for pilots to land over that screen. We'll get more information on these renderings, I'm sure. But God, were they a bunch of poppycock. I'd be willing. What are the odds in Vegas currently that the final stadium, should it ever be built in Las Vegas, will look like these renderings from March 5th, 2024? Can someone put a pin in that? Let's look for March of 28 when it opens with some exhibition games and see if it looks anything like it did 4 years earlier.